Good evening. Welcome, parents or guardians, relatives, friends, guests, distinguished faculty, district administrators, board of school directors, and of course, the class of 2022. Before we begin tonight, I would like to ask for a moment of silence in remembrance of 3 students from this class who are with us tonight in spirit. They will be awarded a diploma posthumously. Damir Stefan Boyd. Darren William Pobdy. Jason Hubert Jackson. Having known these 3 young men, I believe and know that they are looking upon us are here in spirit and congratulating all of you. Thank you. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem by our senior chorus members and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by our senior class President Josh Lee and Vice President Alyssa Shento.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, Dr. Hines, Mr. Caustic, faculty and staff, friends and family, and the class of 2022. So public speaking isn't my strength, but you all know Mr. Caustic, and he, along with my parents, insisted on me talking today. But I had one condition. I had to have my vice president and also my sidekick, Alyssa Shento, by my side one last time.
March 13th, 2020, Friday the 13th, the day our lives changed forever. I remember Mr. Caustic telling us, we're shutting down for 2 weeks and coming back. Now 819 days later, and almost our whole high school experience was different. From online learning and Zoom calls to sitting in our homes for almost 6 months, no one quite knew what was going to happen. This new schooling was hard, but our class, along with many other classes across the country, had to adapt. Cyber classes, teams, masks, social distancing, 2 days of school a week, then 4 days of school a week, to different bell schedules and the dreaded mask and social distancing meant our last 3 years of high school were going to be much different from our 9th grade year. So today, I am proud to say we are together because we overcame those challenges, and now we can celebrate our accomplishments. Personally, coming back to school full-time was hard because my social battery was not there anymore. I struggled with the transition from Google Classroom and Ingenuity to working on actual paper again, but I've gained the perspective of hard work.
2022 hasn't been the most practical year in the sense of having a normal senior year. We didn't get to experience normal homecoming, pep rallies, and friendly competition throughout the school. Our homecoming consisted of just a senior class with limited people, and our pep rallies contained small groups of people with majority of the schools and their classmates watching it on a projector. We tried to make the best out of what we had, but there was no blueprint on how to come back from a worldwide shutdown. As the class of 2022 came together, we rebuilt the culture inside of Penn Hills High School. Some might look back and feel as though we could have done better, but you know what? We did our best. Today we will leave as alumni of Penn Hills School District. As we continue our journey into the world with responsibilities and expectations that will be challenging, we already faced a tremendous amount of challenges and we overcame them. We learned to persevere, how to navigate through tough times, and we learned how to rely on the ones closest to us. Together we created our own unique path. Cherish the memories, and congratulations to the class of 2022. I know it's cliche to say, but we made it. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Molly McGuire, the Student Council President.
Those two aren't there. They're not here.
So don't.
Their speeches.
So no. Can I move this? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, class of 2022. Thank you, families, alumni, and all guests for being here tonight. I would like to start off by thanking all of our administration for helping to get us here. I would first like to recognize the school board. President Mrs. Erin Vecchio, Vice President Mrs. Jackie Blakey Tate, Mr. Joseph Capozzoli, Mrs. Evelyn Herbert, Dr. Robert Mara, Mrs. Elizabeth Rosemeyer, and Mrs. Merrill Thomas. Along with the school board, I would like to recognize Superintendent Dr. Nancy Hines and Building Principal Mr. Eric Kostick. Thank you all for everything you've done for our school district. Thank you to our guidance counselors, teachers, and coaches. Thank you to every single person who has helped us along the way. And most importantly, thank you to SparkNotes, Quizlet, and Brainly. We wouldn't be here without them. Most importantly, I want to thank you, class of 2022, for allowing me to represent our class for the past 4 years and all the memories we made along the way. I can remember sitting in the Linton cafeteria discussing our graduation year with friends, how distant it seemed. Well, just as quickly as Mr. Kostick can count down from 30 to 0, here we are in our caps and gowns about to walk across this stage. You have 30 seconds to get to your assigned location, a phrase we all know a little too well. Whether you've been caught up in a hall sweep or something else slowed you down along the way, I'm proud to say that we all made it here tonight. And to our peers whose lives were taken from us too soon, I know you're here with us as well, and you deserve this night just as much as the rest of us. We're the last class to have a full normal year of high school. We are the class of adaptation, the class of turning in papers by 11:59, although you don't know true panic until you wake up and you're on a Teams call of just you and Mr. Herdman. I would be remiss if I disregarded the experiences that our generation has endured. We're the class of ambition and strength. We've lived through many adversities: COVID, a climate crisis, a fight against gun violence, talks of nuclear war, a recession, and many protests in support of human rights. I can vividly remember walking into my house after school on December 14th, 2012, to my family in complete shock, eyes glued to the screen, the room completely silent, other than our news broadcaster reporting that 26 people were killed in a shooting at an elementary school. I was in 3rd grade. Now in 2022, as we got ready for our senior prom, headlines were broadcasting that 21 people were once again killed in a school shooting at an elementary school. In 2009, when we were only in kindergarten, Oscar Grant was unarmed and shot and killed by police. In 2018, as we entered high school, Antoine Rose was shot and killed by Pittsburgh police in our own city. It's 2022, and people with uteruses are still fighting for rights to their own bodies. We've marched, we've donated, we've spoken up, and most importantly, we've learned and we've grown. We have to be the class of change. It is apparent that the people who are in charge now are not doing enough for us. The world is ours now, we are the future. the future doctors, lawyers, technicians, artists, teachers, and politicians. So let me ask you, class of 2022, are you willing to be the change? We no longer have Mr. Caustic chasing us through the halls. We must make it to our own destinations by our own desires. If there's one thing high school teaches us, it is that no one will do your work for you, unless you pay them to do your homework. Let me ask you, class of 2022, do you want it bad enough? With hard work comes great satisfaction. There will be challenges when you set your expectations high, yet it is all the more satisfying when your dreams become reality. And it continues to satisfy when one goal is achieved and a new one presents itself. There will be times when you feel lost, a lack of motivation, and times of hardship, but in those moments you have to remember that you survived your hardest days thus far. On this day, we celebrate completing high school. We celebrate education, memory, success, perseverance, and adaptation. We celebrate our teachers and our administrators. Most importantly, we celebrate us, the class of 2022. Now let us celebrate the future. I cannot wait to see the impact that each of you has on the world. We are just getting started. The world is in the palm of our hands. Now tell me, will you be the change? And now I would like to introduce Superintendent Dr. Nancy Hines.
Thank you, Molly. Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to the Penn Hills High School class of 2022. For my brief remarks tonight, I would like to share with our graduates my personal and professional experience with some of the same fools you will likely encounter as you move on to new life experiences. Please allow me to elaborate. Obviously, it's been a long time since I graduated from high school, but I can predict what will likely happen next for many of you. Some of you will enjoy immediate comfort and peace, and some may take a little longer to get to that point where you feel more settled and even content. Some of you may even become so content that you begin to feel quite full of yourself. You may even find yourself making assumptions that you are invincible and that you need nothing and nobody. Along the way, many of you will find yourself in pursuit of what later turns out to be fool's gold, which will bring you great disappointment. And dare I say that many of you may be called out and even told you're full of it when your brilliant minds conjure up solutions that feel foreign and even scary to others in your working group. And I assure you, you will be humbled in other ways too, as you continue on your journey. These repeated reality checks, however, will bring you full circle, and you will come to a point where you appreciate the role others have played in your success. Most importantly, you will come to recognize the importance of community. I ask you to take a brief moment right now and to scan the many faces among us this evening. Please just look around. Tonight, our guests become members of our Penn Hills community, regardless of their individual addresses and zip codes. While the power of this very large group may not immediately strike you, please consider that we are all here tonight, not only to congratulate you for your latest accomplishment, but also, most importantly, to remind you that we are here for you in the future when and if you need us. For us, as your Penn Hills community, I also remind you that our future relies on you, similar to what Molly just said. We are counting on you to make good decisions that will keep our community safe from harm and to make decisions that allow us to prosper. As you look deeper into the crowd among us tonight, I sincerely hope you will recognize the absolute beauty of our diversity, and that each of you will do your part to stave off any and all forces attempting to divide us as a community. As many of us know, Penn Hills is a very special place, but it is often misunderstood and unappreciated by those who do not know us. I often describe Penn Hills to outsiders as having blue-collar charm. I use that term in a very endearing way. I have seen firsthand and am very proud to be part of a community that maintains a dual focus that includes appreciation and respect of not only theory, but also practice. We know that true talent is not a function of diplomas, QPAs, and degrees, and we know personal value is not a function of income. Beyond that, what sets us apart in Penn Hills is our willingness to be hands-on when called to duty. Members of our Penn Hills community, do not hesitate to roll up our sleeves, to join our neighbors in the trenches of life, and to grind it out for as long as it takes. That grit is embodied in you, members of the class of 2022. Accordingly, each of you has what it takes to overcome the inevitable struggles of life beyond high school. So, on behalf of our entire Penn Hills community, I wish you all a very long and a very happy life that is full of good health and a vibrant spirit. No matter how big the problem before you, I encourage you always to consider the glass as half full. Know that you're capable of helping to solve any problem you encounter, even when the solution may not be immediately clear. Finally, stay focused and never let anyone steal your joy. Thank you, and please take care.
And now, I would like to present the valedictorians of the class of 2022. Kiera Boyko, Myla Calloway, Lyric Carter, Rachel McCann, Mary Molly McGuire, Sophia Hoagland McGurk, Alexa McKee, Akinyeme Orisha Joby. I hope that was close, AJ. David Queen Walter, Jaylee Ransom Rodriguez, Charlie Joe Rosemeyer, Braden Starver, Jasmine Wallace Milling, and Paige Webb. Our valedictorian speakers tonight will be Braden Starver, followed by Jaylee Ransom Rodriguez.
Thank you. All right, let's see. Is this thing on? Can you guys hear me? Good evening. And on behalf of class of 2022, I would like to welcome faculty, friends, family, alumni, distinguished guests, and class of 2022. This is it. You guys excited? You guys excited? Yeah. Today is our final day. Not Monday, not yesterday, not last Friday, not last month. This is the day. The day where we put on our caps and gowns, shift our tassels, and bid farewell to this old segment of our lives. So please, again, give yourselves a round of applause. Our childhood is over, and in a short amount of time, we will put the stakes in our high school journey and cross a bridge to a new campaign and a new venture. Turning our eyes back on that bridge, our class endured a unique situation that required a solemn application of the mind and soul. It required us to transform, to change, to adapt, and to reshape our thinking, our perspectives, and values. Through this transformation, we have become better individuals than we were 4 years ago. Now, it is important that we don't lose sight of those past 4 years, but we should also turn our attention to the greatness and inspiration of a future forged by the spirited individuals sitting in these chairs. Now, Seth Godin, a famous author and inspirational businessman, stated, "Leaders don't start by denying the world around them. Instead, they describe a future they'd like to create instead." I think he was a pretty wise guy. So don't be mistaken. Nobody is asking you to take charge of the world or to be someone you aren't. However, we have an obligation to ourselves to transform this planet in our best image. Now, certain and hidden complex abstractions have guided and prepared us for this moment and to embrace this turbulent but rewarding future. And I call these the three notions. So the first notion is courage. And what does it mean to have courage or be courageous? It means the utter willingness to confront what is naturally uncertain, dangerous, or painful. It means to show fortitude in what you believe and how you perform. It is our generation that will have to be courageous enough to endure and fight back against the challenges of our century. We have to be courageous enough to jump into the dangers of global warming, conflict abroad, and political divide at home. But we also have to be courageous enough to embrace, innovate, and advance into the frontiers the future has to offer. Now, this class above all has shown this courage, and this is the Bridges Foundation. My second notion, resilience. To be resilient is the ability to recover quickly from immense challenge or strenuous condition. Now, we all know the world is not fair, and it will never be fair, but I'm confident that this class has seen its quote-unquote fair share, laughs, no laughs, its fair share of struggle, and is no stranger to it. That experience of hardship, from a young underclassman who knew nothing to an upperclassman who lost everything except ingenuity, must be up to par in all of our future endeavors. Whether these endeavors are college, trade school, military, or workforce, our resilience will make us finer and more prestigious. And I must say, conquering our great challenges can only make us into better individuals. And this, my friends, is the Bridges support. Now, as I conclude this speech, I have one more notion. And the final notion, the core notion that guided this class, is a word called pulchritudinous. Now, for those who know me personally in the crowd, you probably know I'm about to have one of my Braden moments. So what does this word mean? And at face value, it sounds like a term Gordon Ramsay would use to describe someone's overcooked steak. But this complex expression has a single word definition, and it's beautiful. To be beautiful is to experience embarrassment, shame, loss, anguish, and heartbreak, but also success, jubilation, friendship, and glory. That gratification and acceptance of oneself, one's mistakes and accomplishments, one's yin and yang, is what makes us vibrant above all. This construct, being pulchritudinous, it isn't born with you, it's made by you. And it's made by you through all the hardships and triumphs in the past and those yet to be experienced. We made it through Penn Hills, so let's make it through the world. Let's cross that horizon. From ambition that molds courage, to suffering that forges resilience, it is only the celestial beauty that can bind all three notions. And this is the Bridges embellishment that makes us undeniably unique. And I can say, looking left and right at the powerful-minded individuals sitting in these chairs, we have all crossed that bridge today. So now as we pave a new chapter, I believe the words of Dr. Martin Luther King suffice another 5 minutes of me boring you. And his quote is this: "We must use time creatively in the knowledge that the time is always ripe to do right." So class of 2022, this is it, and class of 2022, it's your time now.
Hey guys. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of people. Okay. Hello family, staff, and graduating class of 2022. I was told only a few weeks ago that I was in the running for a white gown. Only then did I realize how badly I wanted it. When writing my speech, I wanted to be brief and encouraging, but mainly brief. We've all been waiting 12 years for this, let's not make it any longer than it has to be. Looking back on my last 4 years, I recall the high standards I had for myself. I was Ivy bound. Harvard, Stanford, Columbia, light work. As I was ready for the huge archaic buildings full of students who wanted to learn. I was ready for the compelling classes and expensive price tag that would no doubt prove all of my accomplishments weren't for nothing. 4 years later, I can proudly tell you I didn't make it. As disappointing as that may be for my younger self, my present self could not be more ecstatic about my CCAC-bound future. Instead of mourning the loss of what I thought was important, I now look forward to what life has to bring. The crappy first apartment I'll be sharing with my best friend and sister, the endless ramen and instant rice, having classes that do not begin at 7 a.m., the small freedoms you experience when being thrown in the deep end. Now, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared or ill-prepared. I learned just yesterday that the numbers on your tires actually mean something, and that duct tape is probably not the best thing to keep your bumper together, but it'll do. And those of you who have seen my car know what I'm talking about. As young adults finally branching off on our own, we inherit the responsibility of freedom, a responsibility some of us will take too lightly and have to stumble around life until gathering our bearings. Some of us have already been stumbling on our way to this moment, but we made it. We are now at the end of the road. On a more serious note, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the students that should have been sitting next to us, but are instead looking down on us. The students that we as a class have known since the beige walls of middle school, but will forever be remembered as their 17 and 18-year-old selves. I want to remind you they are still here graduating with us today. As a community, we've endured so much violence. We have lost friends and family, and yet we still persevere, we are still pushing forward, and we are still graduating today. Out of mourning, we are able to look to the future and grow. Take a moment and look around at our class. Together we have conquered COVID, mass violence, asynchronous learning, and all of the drama of high school. With all of the heaviness in the world, it may feel difficult to take a moment for yourself. It feels as though we are the generation to save the world. I realize that we have a lot to do, but I hope the wonderment of graduation doesn't pass you by. You've succeeded, and you should be proud of all you've accomplished. One of my favorite questions I've been asked was, when was the last time you've done something for the first time? Doing something for the first time can feel scary, but it should be exhilarating. Like finally getting your license and hitting the highway where everyone seems a little too close, having your first job and getting your first paycheck ready to spend it all in one go. And of course, finally graduating from your 12-year state-mandated institution. All things that should have your heart beating a little faster. I hope you take this excitement and curiosity all throughout your new experiences. The next few years are supposed to be the best of our lives. Take advantage of the new challenges and opportunity. Don't let time slip away. I'm excited to see what we all accomplish in the next 5 years. The growth and progress we've achieved thus far has been amazing. I know we will have gained new perspectives and built success. I hope you all recognize how far you've come and how hard we had to fight to get here. Embrace what the future has for you. Time truly does move too quickly. And congratulations, class of 2022. We made it.
Well, we're getting very close, but I do have a few words that I'd like to share with you. First off, I would like to acknowledge, and I'm not always good at saying thank you, but I'd like to acknowledge several groups of people that made this grand event possible. Of course, our dedicated school board members, Dr. Hines, Ms. Williams, Mr. Francis, Mr. Kolar, Ms. Navish, Mr. Siebert, Ms. Barker, and Ms. Brown, thank you all for being here. You may not know many of those people, but they are our central office administrators and board of school directors that help guide us, and we appreciate them. Of course, Mr. Chabola, who is new here, and the Penn Hills maintenance and custodial crew. This would not be possible. Mr. Navari for the live stream feed today. Our amazing staff of Ms. Mascaro, Mrs. Guest, Ms. Funair, and Mrs. Bonnet. Mr. Gavin, and our distinguished faculty and dedicated paraprofessionals. Thank you all. Well, the moment is getting even closer now, but first, like I said, I'd like to leave you with a few parting thoughts. It will be brief, I promise. I'd like you to take a moment, and a lot of people have asked you to reflect tonight and look around. Take a moment, class of 2022. Think about your 9th grade year. It was a full school year, a, quote, normal school year. Think about that for a moment. Now take a moment and think about how much you've changed. Are you wiser? Are you more responsible? Have you experienced difficult times and daunting challenges? How have you overcome them? Well, I know. I may know more than you do right now. because I've watched you grow, and I've appreciated every moment. I am comforted by who you are now, and I can say that with conviction, because you are more responsible. In fact, at this moment, you're successful. You have met that first hurdle, your commencement, your new beginning. You should be proud. Celebrate that now and in the future, because you have learned to forge ahead. You've created your own path. Use what you have learned these last 13 years and continue down that path that you have navigated. Despite the challenges you faced, you have been successful in doing that through hard work and dedication. I am proud of you, and I know everybody here is as well. I look forward to hearing about your success in the future. Congratulations, class of 2022. You have earned this moment. Dr. Hines, the students seated before us have successfully met the graduation requirements set forth by the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and the Penn Hills Board of Education. It is my honor to present to you and ask that you accept the Penn Hills High School class of 2022.
I happily accept the class of 2022 and confirm they are eligible to now receive their diplomas.
Kiara Boyko. Mila Calloway. Lyric Carter. Sophia Hoagland McGurk. Rachel McCann. Mary McGuire. Alexa McKee. Akanyemi Orishajabi.
I think I got it close.
David Queen Walter.
David, congratulations.
Jaylee Ransom Rodriguez. Charlie Joe Rosemeyer.
Didn't think one would be there.
Braden Starver. Jasmine Wallace Milling. Paige Webb.
I just make fun of you one more.
Joshua Lee. Alyssa Shento. Terry Craig. Nichelle Luster. December Witherspoon.
Always smiling. That'll stay there the whole rest of the night.
Ajane Moses.
Damon Agers. Abdullah Al-Khalil. Micaiah Allen. Tyler Allen. John Alston. Justin Alston.
Hey, I bet you that walk.
Tierra Anderson Frost. Shante Bacchus.
Thank you.
Oluwatimileyin Badru.
Tim, congratulations.
Tamaya Bailey.
Thank you. Thank you.
Dallin Banks. Khalil Barley Morrow. Chase Barney. Deanna Belashetsky. Anthony Butuccio. Elizabeth Blackwell. Cheyenne Bott. Timothy Bottoms.
Congratulations.
Deja Bracy. Magdalene Bradley. Abigail Brennan. Brandon Broaddus. Jordan Broaddus. Amaria Broadway Springett.
I never saw you that happy. I mean, you're normally happy.
Rajay Brooks. Nadia Brown. Sidell Brown. Cyrus Brown. Frankie Buckner. Amir Burchett. Gabrielle Berkovich. Philip Burton. Amani Butler. Christopher Cabin.
Congratulations.
Nadia Kane. Michael Caldwell.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Angel Calloway.
Congrats.
Taylor Canonico. Tiante Cephas.
Congratulations.
Lene Chambers.
Congratulations.
Natasha Chambers. Kaylin Codrington. James Kahn. Kaya Kurlu. Symphony Kodo. We would like to recognize Kaya's brother, Keyshawn Kurlu, who is home on leave from the U.S. Marines. Jack Craig. Erie Cruz. Khalil Cutler Glaze. Soraya Darwin. Michaela Davenport.
Congratulations.
Latasia Diggs. Jaden Duggar. Lamaya Ebo. Ebony Ingram. Deshae Eubank. Sierra Ewing. Sanaya Ford Dixon. Lacey Foster. Charles Fraccioni. Tanaya Franklin.
Congratulations.
Maurice Friday.
Maurice, congratulations.
Kobe George.
Congratulations.
Brittany Glaster. Roland Glenn. Chantel Brandt. Damarion Gray. Amir Grigsby.
Amir, good luck, baby.
Richard Hanna. Adam Harrington. Geneva Harris. Joshua Harris.
Congratulations.
Alayla Haynes. Aaliyah Heasley. Brendan Hill. Alyssa Hinkle. Kylie Holloway. Kari Holt. Ariel Hoy. Lathan Hughes. Dredea Hunter. Kyla Iaruso.
Whatever one you want, baby.
Lloyd Irish. Rayson Jackson.
Congratulations.
Brandon Johnson.
Thank you. Yes.
Sean Johnson.
I can't believe I made it. Congratulations.
Brady Jones.
You got it. I put it right there, babe. Okay, got it? Okay. Yep. Watch yourself.
Elijah Jones. Jade Jones.
Congratulations,
Thank you. Thank you.
Travis Keefe. Tyree Kelly. Denasia Klassen.
Congratulations.
Oh, we're switching? Okay. Okay. Get with the program, Aaron. I am so hot. You're hiccup. Chilly. I'm good. I don't know what this is. Ready?
Madison Langer.
Congratulations, Madison. Good luck.
Taylin Law. Mackenzie Losser. Imani Love. Tavon Ludovici McKinstry. Kiera Mack. Nairi Macklin. Galapu Mena. Anaya Mallory. Braden Mallory. Tamia Marshall. Micaiah Massey. Jenna Matassa. Jeremy McCracken. Kimura Missouri. Diaja Mitchell. George Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell. Ireland Moltz. Reno Moon. Corey Moore. Javon Moore. Elisa Morrow. Amaya Moyer. Maylee Nanthabong. Brianna Olverson. Nathan Otley. Caden Paljapsic. Anthony Palumbo. Akai Parker. Alan Parker. George Pollock. Ethan Payne Hawkins. Jameer Perkins. Faith Petronio. Caden Phipps. Nikki Pierre. Manaya Penix. Vitaliano Pizzonia. Cassius Prentice. Lucas Pugliese. Trey Quist Varela. Ajay Redman. Benjamin Reeves.
Ben?
Caden Ranke. Sarah Relier. Amelia Ressler. Jose Rivera. Nia Rivet. Aaron Roberson.
Aaron, my dear.
Ariana Rose. Luke Rose. Anaya Ross. Brandon Russo. Supreme Saunders. Caleb Schultz. Thomas Senj. Abdullah Sharif. Larissa Shelby. Madison Simmons. Kristen Sipple. Dejor Smith. Olivia Smith. Joshua Stosky. Gary Stevenson. Elijah Stewart. Dominic Sullivan. Jordan Sullivan.
Thank you.
Nicholas Sullivan. Jakea Taylor. Tahara Taylor Dorsey. Caitlin Templer. Emma Terry. Tamaya Terry. Amir Thomas. Justin Thomas. Isaiah Thompson. Brandon Tierney. Sierra Turner. Xavier Vitalbo. Keith Walden. Iasia Walford. Takara Walker Harris. Ramar Watts. Gianni White. Michaela Wilkes. Troy Wilkins. Christian Williams. Ramir Willis Osbrooks. De'Ara Wilson. Sanaya Wolf Cunningham. Ajane Young. Landon Zigarovich.
Yeah, tell them to stand up for singing. Yeah, rise for singing.
You can now rise for the singing of our alma mater. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We got you. We gotta wait a little. Congratulations to the class of 2022. You may now turn over your tassels.